See, while I'm on this app, if I'm learning something and other people are interested, I'm going to make sure you learn it too. Some people are interested in learning Swahili. Some people want to speak the Spanish, but some people just want to learn certain languages so they can curse people out. I agree. I agree with that wholeheartedly. What you see on the screen is like a short I did for my channel. One of the shorts I did. Shout out to the chat. So it is what it is. 914 Westchester County, New York. We are in the motherfucking house. I believe it's a few minutes to 3 o'clock. I believe it's a couple of minutes before 3 o'clock a.m. So when I went to bed last night, I went early because I have to get up in the next few hours and go back to work. That's what I have to do today. So I go to work today, and we're doing the same thing we did yesterday. Construction cleanup. That's all we do is go to the construction sites. We maintain the construction sites. We clean the construction sites. This particular site we're on, they're getting ready to do a big inspection on Tuesday. So everything that has not been done will be done today. Good morning, Just Jay. So shout out to the chat. Hopefully we'll be done with everything today. Yeah, it's good to see you. Yeah, I'm up early this morning. I'm not walking this morning. I'm not walking this morning. Good morning, Mika. Just Jay, Mika, good morning. Good to see you. Thank you, Just Jay. I appreciate you doing that. Yeah, we got some things going on these YouTube streets. We got some things going on these YouTube streets. And we got a hater, I would say. Being that particular female, we do not have a good relationship. She is a troll. She is a racist. Anyone that rocks out with her is a coon, a Sambo, a race trader. They're a self-hater. Anyone that is black that rocks out with that dead dog over there, that's what they are. Shout out to the chat. But in my title, I wrote the words Kutomba. Kutomba is a Swahili phrase, and it means fuck you. Now, a few of you have been with me for a little while, and I speak Swahili, so I'm going to say good morning. Habari za saburi. Good morning. Karibu ni umbani kewangu. Welcome to my home. Welcome to my house. Twendi zetu. Kuja na mimi. Come, let's go our own way. Come with me. So shout out to the chat. Yeah. So today will be a different day. And I'm kind of surprised. I've been working almost all week. I missed on Monday and Tuesday. I was able to come down here Wednesday and get on a job. And I've been on that job ever since. So and matter of fact, the man that was running the job, who works there, he requested me to come back. Yeah. So I was in Slim's. I went over there and seen Slim. He was live yesterday, and I was in the chat. And he was laughing as he was mentioning my name. And he was saying something about the Swahili. So if he wants to learn how to curse people out, I'm the perfect one to teach you how to do that. Now, some people know me to tippity type the words Nini Kuzimu, Kila Wakati. Nini Kuzimu, Kila Wakati. That means, what the hell? It will always be. In other words, I'm saying it will always be hell. So shout out to the chat. Yeah. So I'm aware of the different beefs that's going on in these YouTube streets. I'm aware of the different beefs that is going on in the YouTube streets. And I'm going to say to any YouTube creator that got an issue with what the fuck I said in my fucking videos, and I have the right to say what the fuck I want to say, especially if I think I'm swiped or attacked indirectly. Anyone, and I mean this, anyone that fucks with that stalker over there, that piece of shit, that racist motherfucker over there, don't come over here. Don't fuck with me no more. Leave me to my own devices. You go your way, I'll go my way. And I mean that. And I'm going to say it in the words, Swahili words. Kufa 2. Kufa 2 means drop dead. That's what that means. And let's say it in Spanish. No carajo conmigo. No. There's another word. There's another word means be careful with me. And I'm going to say it in Swahili. So everyone will understand when I break down certain words. Kuwa makini na mimi. Kuwa makini na mimi means be careful with me. Be careful. Some people on this app saying, now you could be cool with people, but when people start crossing the line and trying to disrespect you in a slick way or underhand way, you gotta be on it. You gotta be on point. And you gotta let them know you're not for play. You're not here to be anybody's doormat. You're not here to be anybody's punching bag. You're not here to be anybody's poor whipping boy. Nobody on this manner. That's why I have decided to separate from certain YouTube creators. That's why I've decided to separate from certain YouTube creators. And you know what? I have the right to do that. Just like they choose to do what they want to do, I have the right to choose to do what the fuck I want to do. I'm grown. I'm 52 years old. You know, we all go through slumps and you know, all kinds of stuff. Y'all was any pendejos, any vatos over there. Because if they're not there to help, they're there to destroy. They're there to target you. Sometimes you got to be real careful and real selective who you got hitting your link. You just can't have just anyone. It got to be somebody that you have some kind of, commodity with. I hope I'm saying the word right. Excuse me if I'm not saying certain words correctly in English. I'm not interested in speaking English as much anymore. The older I get, the less English I want to speak. Because people don't seem to understand English. They seem to understand bullshit, tonteria, and busteria. Tonteria means bullshit in Spanish. That's what it means. And we got a lot of shit like that on these YouTube streets. Now, shout out to the chat. I know that's right, Mika. But Mika, I don't mean no harm. I don't. But to that one troll that's been stalking me, now there are some people on this app that believes in cyber stalking, and when they address you, they put your name in the title or not. When they are addressing you, you have the right to fucking respond. And as soon as you fucking respond, all of a sudden, they want to turn the tables and say, you was the one that attacked them. You was the one that came from you. No, it don't necessarily be me all the time to do something. Some people fuck with me first. And I respond, but I'm not responding to no more dead dogs. Dead dogs don't get no shine over here. Whatever DJ Cleveland is doing, I appreciate. And I appreciate everyone that is in support of me. So shout out to them. Shout out to them. And I do have my own opinions. Now, I said some things about Elijah Muhammad the other day and how he helped build up the Nation of Islam from the 1930s all the way until the day of his death, 1974. He died in 1974. My mother was a member of the Nation of Islam. Just like some people, she left the nation after being there from 1968 until 1974. She left after Elijah Muhammad had passed away. Shout out to the chat. And someone wrote under the comment section of someone's video that he was they wrote that he was a pedo. If that is true, why wasn't he ever arrested? If that was true, why wasn't he put on a registry list somewhere? And I don't believe nothing white people write about him. I don't believe nothing the historians in this country write about Elijah Muhammad. I don't believe it. You know why I don't believe it? Because the people in power at that particular time, they was willing to do anything to destroy any black leader that rose up and spoke up for black people back in those days. And I'm talking about Elijah Muhammad was on the ground with his boots strapped on during the 1930s. People think they're going through hell now. Just read about what was going on with black people in this country during the 1930s. Read about how everything was happening in the 1930s. I believe my grandmother was born, 1928? She died in 2024. So she was like 4 years short of turning 100. Shout out to her, rest in peace. My grandmother died. Shout out to her. Shout out to her. She died. Nobody lives forever. Nobody. But one thing I'm not going to do, I'm not going to put up with a whole bunch of crap. I'm not going to do it. And there's certain YouTube creators, they feel they should be exonerated, not exonerated, but held to a certain stand. But there's nothing you can do if they have fallen from grace, and they do it to themselves. People have destroyed their own selves on these YouTube streets. Not all the time, some of the time. And I just want people to know that. I want people to understand that, to know that. You don't have to appreciate it, just know what I'm thinking. what my opinion is. And sometimes people don't tell you what they're thinking. They just make sure you don't advance in life. Let's say that again. But sometimes people don't tell you what they're thinking. They just make sure you don't advance in life. That's what they do. Let's be honest. So it is what it is. Shout out to the chat today. Get paid. So I can get paid. This is another one of the shorts that come from my channel. It's me. It's showing me right along with the Terminator. See, on this channel and in certain channels, I am called Arabia Barbosa, or just plainly Arabia the BT1000. The BT1000. Yeah, that program is activated because people fuck with me first. And then they want to claim, I did it all. I did it all. They keep calling my name. I must be their daddy. I must be their fucking... Shout out to the chat. Hey, what's up, Lonnie? Yeah, child, but we're not gonna stop being who we are. I'm not gonna. I don't give a fuck about these people. I don't know these people, but they find it very I find it very interesting. You don't like me, but you're obsessed with me. You, every time I look up, you got my fucking name in your fucking mouth. So that means my dick is all in your fucking mouth. That means my dick is down your goddamn throat. Dead dogs always try to resurrect themselves. Not with me. Because I'm not going back and forth with nobody I consider street trash, garbage, basura. Basura de la calle. And I don't need a whole lot. Only thing I need to know is ¿Dónde está mi paraguas? ¿Dónde está mi paraguas? People don't know what paraguas means. Paraguas means umbrella. My own shield. My own way of protecting myself. I got my lentes. I got my guantes. Now I got my paraguas. And for people that don't understand what I'm saying, lo siento, no es culpa es mío. Estoy donde nada nunca se pasó. I am sorry. It is not my fault. I am not to blame. I am where nothing ever happens. But I'm in my life and I'm in my truth. And I'm going to stand in my truth. And I don't give a goddamn who gets mad. Fuck yourself. And there's a lot of YouTube politics. But right now, I'm not interested in YouTube politics. And I'm going to keep certain people at a bay, at a distance. If you don't like me, if you got a secret vendetta against Arabia, the BT1000, please stay away from me. Please don't come around me. Please don't come in my chat. Please don't hit my link. Please. Leave me alone. Or if you're going to fuck with me, be careful. Be careful with me. You know, I went to the office yesterday, right? Because they don't have the tablet up. So I got to sign the fuck in. But as soon as I walk in, and I'm walking for the main purpose is to go get my paperwork. to let the boss know, hello, good morning, I'm here. I pick up my equipment, I get in the car with the driver, and I go on to the job. But before I left that office, there was some rumblings going on in there with some of the men in there. And I saw them and I heard them. I said, you know what, Arabia? That ain't nothing but the damn demon. That ain't nothing but the damn enemy coming to try to destroy my day. So I'm not going to let them win. I got my shit. I got the fuck up on out of that office. I smoked my cigarette. I jumped in the truck. I went to the job. I did my job. I came home from the job. And that is all I want to fucking do. Before I fucking retire, before I close I could be walking down the street and don't make it back. But I goddamn, before that, damn the rest. Because nobody gave a fuck about me a couple of years ago when I had to go through all that hell. I think about it today, I say, Nini Kusimo Kila Rakati. That's what I say. Because I'm not walking by myself. When I'm walking down that road, I know in the back of my mind, I'm not walking by myself. People say, Ray, don't walk down that dark road. Don't walk in the dark. Ray, go get you a bicycle. Give me a bicycle. Yeah, if I get me a bicycle, I'm going to have to get me one of those security chains because we got professional bike thieves around here. If they can't steal the bike, they will strip the bike. You know what I mean? They'll find some way, somehow, to take ownership of what you work hard for. And, I'm not going through all that. I mean, it's bad enough. When I go to the job, they raping me and destroying me with all these goddamn taxes, with the car pool, come back here, gotta pay whatever bills, come for all of this. And all this, it's a place for me to eat my meals. It's a place for me to take my showers. It's a place for me to change my clothes. It's a place for me to go to sleep. It's a place for me to be in my own solitude. But in my own solitude, it is a prison. It is my own personal hell. And because I'm not drinking no more, it's getting harder. Because who I was before I picked up that bottle is here now. It's here now. And it's not going anywhere. I'm not going anywhere until the universe calls me back. Until I start sleeping in the dirt now, just like everyone else. And that's one thing you're never going to escape from. You're never going to escape from death. Old age don't bring death. Sickness don't bring death. There's a lot of other things that bring death. And believe me, I was in prison a few years ago, 22/16/44. I did 6 years, 7 months. And when they put me on the compound, they put me in the rooms with the women who didn't have charges like me. I was in there on a robbery beef. A lot of the other ones was there on a murder beef. And I'm telling you, whether it was by accident or vehicle or anything, or just wrong time, wrong place, wrong day, whatever it was that that these women were convicted of murder, they never had any peace. There was never no rest. There was nights I'd stay up all night talking with them, communing with them. You know what I mean? Back then, I used to hustle. I used to hustle drawing and stuff. Back then, I used to draw and sketch a lot. I did a lot of envelopes. I did a lot of birthday cards. I did a lot of holiday cards during that time. So there was some particular nights I had to be up for 2-3 hours just to get the certain details done, just to get it like the way they asked for it. And my roommates would step and talk with me. They'd be out there cooking food, going in the shower area, cleaning themselves up, cleaning the cell. And then I had one roommate. She was an older lady. You got to remember, I was in my 20s then. She was an older lady. She only had 8 years. She was in there for killing her boyfriend. And one thing she did tell me, she said, Arabia, if you ever get in a relationship with anyone and they put their hands on you or they call you names, leave that person the fuck alone. Leave them the fuck alone. When you start hearing words like, I'm jealous of this and jealous of that, they lying to you. They are making a trap where you can't escape. And sometimes you're going to have to fight your way out of that wet paper bag. There was another roommate I had. She was there for killing her girlfriend. Domestic violence is the biggest concern in our community. Domestic violence, child abuse. And like I've explained in my videos way before I thought about doing this channel, sometimes your biggest enemy is not who the people you work with or the people on the YouTubes or people on social media, period. Sometimes your biggest enemy, your biggest rival is who is in your house and who is in your bedroom and who is in your bed sheets and who is in your arms and who is either above or under you or who is sleeping beside you. And I've always found that the men have always been questionable, not the young ladies. Because if I hear a suspicious noise, I'm going to get up. I'm going to investigate where the suspicious noise is coming from. If a woman is in here with me and she's going to get up and go to where the noise is at. Not a man. Oh no, he'll lay right there. Oh, I can't get up. And please don't have a man that be on YouTubes all day, because the first excuse they're gonna use, well, you know, I was on the YouTubes all day and I can't get up. I can't do nothing. I can't wash clothes. I can't wash dishes. I can't pick you up from the job. I can't do anything, but I got to be on the YouTubes. Forget it. I don't know how some men do it. I don't know how some of these men do it. They be on YouTubes 8 hours, 12 hours. Some people go 24 hours on the YouTubes. I can't do no 12-hour live on the YouTubes. I would have to be in a club somewhere or at a baseball game or at a restaurant, or I would have to go to an after night spot to do all that. There was a bowling alley they had downtown, and that bowling alley used to stay open from 2 in the afternoon to 2:30 in the morning. I used to go and hang out there all the time when I was homeless. Now I'm no longer homeless. And that's another thing. When people know that you have moved from one level to the next, they automatically want to ride with you. They want to get in your car. I can't afford no more passengers. The last passenger was Birdman. The last female passenger was KK. No more passengers. I don't need no one else riding with me. Let me do this ride alone. Because in a few more years, I'll be retiring anyway. 10 years from now, I'll be 62 years old. I don't think I'll be on YouTube's. And if I would have joined the Nation of Islam when I was younger, I don't think anyone would know me. And the last name would be different. So shout out to the chat. Shout out to the chat. Yeah, man, we got a lot of things going on these YouTubes. On these YouTube streets. I want y'all to check this out. You see this? You know what this is? This is panties. They come, you can get them with just the regular panty single or the bra single. Or you can get sets. Edible panties. This video is being sponsored. Panties. This video is being sponsored by the LGBTQ community. Shout out to the chat. I've been with that community for over 20 years. Over 20 fucking years. Don't matter if I got my hair short or long. Don't matter if I'm fat or skinny. I've been a part of that community for over 20 years. It has been my home. It has been my shield. It has been my biggest protector. Trust me, I get a lot of things. Especially if you're living in New York, you are afforded a lot of things if you're a part of the LGBTQ community. A lot of people don't know that. I'm releasing some of the secrets. But there's another thing. Because when I was up there the last time, right? And a lot of my friends, they was traveling from Yonkers and going to the Bronx or going to Manhattan. There was a certain place that they were going and they were picking up their hormone pills. Like the guys, they were taking the pills that make them more female, and the females were taking the pills that make them more male-like. And they used to encourage me. They said, yeah, you can go down there. Because back then I was skinny. I was different. But I was, very masculine in my ways. Anyway, to make a long story short, they was like, yo, you can go down there and get these pills. And what the pills are going to do, they're going to deepen your voice. You're probably going to end up growing a beard or 5 o'clock shadow. And your breasts are going to become less. It's not like I got big breasts anyway. And, and I was so what else does it do? Because different pills work different ways for different people. And I never, ever saw the need to get a sexual reassignment, anything. Not no therapy, because you get therapy before you do the transformation. Yeah. When I was younger, they encouraged us to get the transformations. Not the older crowd, but a lot of our peers that was the same age. Because remember, I was 21 when I got arrested for that charge, the Chopper Mama charge. And then I had a birthday, so I turned 22. So I was 22 years old when I went into the penitentiary. But before that, and I always had this thing like, why would I change me physically? And they was like, oh, you can do it. And I was like, there's no need for me to change. So I stayed who I am. There was no need for me to grow a beard. There was no need for my voice to get deeper. There was no need for me to have certain attributes that I wasn't born with. People get confused when they see me anyway. We don't know if that's what women are do. We don't know. Some people guess, some people don't have to guess. You know what I mean? Just listen. Listen to my voice. Listen to how I'm talking to you. Listen to what I'm saying with the words coming out of my fucking mouth. Shout out to the chat. Oh, I ain't did that in a while. Shout out to the chat. I must be losing my touch. But yeah, these YouTube streets is on fire. And some people try to throw me into the flames. Good try. Good try. I'm not up to being somebody's punching bag or doormat. Nothing. If you're going to be good to me, be good to me in front of the scenes and behind the scenes. I don't care if you full flats with the enemy. Just know where your stance is at. Because there's a difference. When people deal with people behind the scenes, the relationship is different. I understand that. No need to complicate things. Go your way, I go my way. You have your team, I got mine. And I wish I would have listened to my support team, because I wouldn't be in a lot of mess in these YouTube streets anyway. But no, I had to go my own way. But shout out to the chat. I got to get ready to get the fuck out of here. I think I talked long enough. This is your homegirl, Arabia Barbosa, the BT1000, aka the Jeeper Creeper on the shit, aka Lucy the Vampire, aka the German Shepherd, in the goddamn room. Shout out to the chat. I'm out of here. Shout out to my subscribers. Shout out to my support team. And shout out to some of my YouTube creators. Some. I'm out of here, you guys. We'll see. I'll see y'all in the next video, perhaps in someone else's chat. I believe some people are going live later on today. I won't be present because I'll be on the job trying to make my money. I got to stay concentrated on making my money because ain't nobody going to make no money for me. Ain't nobody going to give me none. You know what I mean? Unless they want to. So shout out to the chat. Shout out to those that do support this channel. I mean, truly support this channel. And I'm not talking about financial. I'm talking about like truly spiritual support. Not that I'm in your face and I'm good with you, but behind the scenes I'm dealing with this one and that one. And that person hates you. That person can't stand you. I'm trying to separate. You're trying to separate the two, but you can't separate. You can't have two gods. You're gonna hate one and love the other. And I don't want to be hated. So I want to be left alone. That's what I want. I don't want to be hated. I want to be left alone. If you can't, like, I'm good. I'm cool with that. I'm 52 years old. I should be able to understand. It don't hurt my feelings. And I shall go on. We shall proceed. And in the words of Moonlight, let's read. Peace out, y'all. One.